of course, don't know how the Tootsie Roll company is actually making these today.
Okay.
Top secret.
Company claimed Tootsie Rolls and Tootsie Pops were safe for human consumption, but PHOs are known to cause cardiovascular disease, cancer, and Alzheimer's disease.
Since its invention in 1907, the haunting addiction to this mouth-watering candy has increased every day. In fact, its addiction became so deadly that it forced the Tootsie Roll inventor to make this statement. Sorry, but could not help it, before killing himself. However, this tiny candy also managed to save 30,000 US Marines during World War II. Well, this is not just a candy. There is something bigger going on behind the scenes that made it successful for more than 100 years. So, how the Tootsie Roll became the first wrapped candy in America that, even today, sells more than 60 million Tootsie Rolls each day, and how Tootsie Roll Industries have become a $3 billion brand by eating through the smiles of children as well as adults. To achieve an answer to all of these questions, let's rewind back to the 19th century when Austrian Jews, in pursuit of better opportunities, headed towards the United States of America. However, what looked highly attractive from a distance turned out to be much worse than they could imagine. You see, the 1890s was a decade of multiple recessions. This not only led to an economic slowdown, but also left the immigrated Jews with less hope for earning better. But there was one immigrant named Leo Hirschfeld who saw a massive opportunity in this difficult period. Being a son of a famous Austrian candy maker, Leo came from a family that spent decades meeting the unique sugary demands of the European markets. And in 1896, this background motivated him to follow his own candy business by establishing a small shop in Brooklyn, New York. Now, in order to stand out from the market, Leo knew he had to make something different and unique that had never been done before. Surprisingly, he was not aware that what he was about to create would go viral throughout the whole country. Now, the beginning of the 1900s was the time when neither the refrigerator nor the air conditioners were invented. Because, if you look deeper, the refrigerator was invented in 1913 by Fred W. Wolf, and the air conditioner was invented in 1932 by H.H. Schultz and J.Q. Sherman. So, even if you wanted to have your favorite chocolate bar during summer, it was never possible at the beginning of the 1890s, as they became sticky or melted down because of excessive heat. And this is where Leo's perfect opportunity was hiding. After understanding the demand for chocolate during summer, Leo decided to use the skills he learned from his father and worked day and night to create a chocolate that does not melt during summer. It kind of feels like an impossible job, even in the 21st century. But that was the challenge that Leo was ready to take. And one day, he decided to bake his chocolate recipe for 2 hours and then reshape it with the objective of creating a level of consistency that does not melt when kept outside during summer. However, the moment you put it inside your mouth, it takes you to a world from where you never want to come back. In 1907, Leo finally mastered and invented the Tootsie Roll, a chocolate-flavored candy with a perfect blend of caramel and taffy. He named it Tootsie as he used to call his daughter Clara with this nickname. Moreover, this wrapper was also his invention that stopped chocolate from melting during summer. In fact, Tootsie Roll was the first candy in American history that was individually sold in a wrapped-around paper, because before that, candies were sold loose according to their weight. And the best part? Tootsie Roll was sold for just 1 penny. Now, keeping in mind the low price and the taste of his invention, Leo was in dire need of a partner to expand his business. So, he merged his little shop with Stern & Salberg Company in Manhattan, New York. From children to adults, Tootsie Roll became a part of life, and the success was kissing Leo's hand every second. But you know what they say, With greater success, the level of jealousy among your competitors also increases. And this time, it was not any other competitor, but their own partner, Stern and Sahlberg, who were looking for a perfect occasion to attack Leo. When the moment was right, in 1920, they fired Leo despite owning the reputed position of vice president in their company. Having seen his legendary invention get stolen right in front of his eyes, Leo told his daughter that he would be late for work. However, he headed straight to the Monterey Hotel in Manhattan and booked a room for himself. Within a few hours, the receptionist hears the haunting sound of the gunshot and heads straight towards his room. But before they could do anything, Leo, with a gunshot to his head, was already dead. The only evidence they recovered was this note that said, "Sorry, but could not help it." After a few years of Leo's death, the sales of Tootsie Roll started falling dramatically, pushing the entire company to the edge of their business. But before the entire business could fall apart, it was acquired by an American businessman, Bernard D. Rubin. Now, owning the Tootsie Roll Industries and stealing Leo's invention was only one side of the picture for Bernard, because this man wanted something big out of this candy, and his vision was to make this candy a part of every individual in their country, no matter what age they are. Whether it was a 6-year-old kid or a 60-year-old man, Bernard only cared about the number of sales of this candy, even if a customer prefers destroying their teeth over it. Surprisingly, under his leadership, the Tootsie Roll's business grew 12 times than what it was before, and the credit for their massive success began with World War II. With thousands of businesses falling apart during World War II, Bernard D. Rubin saw a legendary opportunity in the US government. As the soldiers needed food and energy to stay strong on the field, Rubin began using his marketing tactics to land a government contract for his products. And to get this contract, he started showing Tootsie Roll not as a chocolate candy, but as a quick energy candy that could replace the need for food in the war. Some of their marketing tactics began like this: "The greatest deserve the best." Well, on one side, Rubin was right about the candy, as it contains calcium and iron. However, what he was hiding was the amount of sugar contained in this candy. For example, if you eat 6 pieces of Tootsie Rolls, you only get 1.5% calcium and 4% iron. But with the same quantity, you also get 20 grams of sugar and 10 milligrams of sodium. But as Rubin was more concerned about profiting from the soldiers, he somehow managed to land a government contract through which Tootsie Rolls were included in their GI rations. Furthermore, Tootsie Roll became an American icon when it managed to save the US Marines in the South Korean War. It was November 27, 1950. Around 30,000 US Marines were based in the Chosin Reservoir, located in the northeastern part of present North Korea. US Commander General Edward Almond kept a close watch on the enemy tactics. However, Chinese Commander Song Shi-lu came up with a surprising tactic and suddenly showed up with 120,000 Chinese soldiers at the border. After facing heavy casualties, the US Marines withdrew from the base, but were stranded in an unknown freezing location. With minus 38 degrees Celsius, the fuel pipes of their tanks started breaking apart. This forced the Marines to request the government for more rounds by using the codename Tootsie Rolls. Surprisingly, when the airdrop was made, they received actual Tootsie Rolls. Feeling confused and frustrated at the beginning, the Marines soon realized that Tootsie Rolls could act as a sealed cover on the broken fuel pipes of the tanks. And when they applied this strategy, they not only managed to recover their tanks, but also managed to escape from the danger. So, when Tootsie Roll became part of the Marines, it soon became part of the entire country. And with captivating advertisements like, "Can't a guy call a Tootsie Roll his own?", "America's favorite candy," and "I spied on Junior to learn the truth about candy." Their evil business has brought them an enormous revenue of $571 million in 2021. So what do you think about this highly addictive Tootsie Roll? Do you think it should be banned? Tell us in the comments section below. And if you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to mention them in the comments section. We will surely respond to your request. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the like button if you like this video. Thank you so much for watching.